think I got my swagger back.
And hit him everywhere right now, baby.
Welcome to the pod, Filthy Philistines. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how long this will last. I'm your host, Austin, with my lovely co-host, Matthew Shane Porritt.
What up? Two-time champion Matt Porritt, that is.
Yes, two-time champion. I'm sure that'll be the only time we ever discuss that on the podcast.
100%.
So what we're going to try to do is give you guys a short 15-minute podcast each week talking about some matchups, some trades, some close matchups afterwards, some poor start-sit decisions, some great start-sit decisions, maybe some trades. I don't know, and we'll just kind of like highlight people that suck and people that do great. So look for this every single week with Matt and I. If you have the lowest score, we'll do something like the Weenie Hut Jr. Weenie of the Week. I'm really excited to
Weenie Hut Jr.
Exactly. But actually, a little change of pace. I want to like highlight the team names, if that's all right with you, Matt, because I just randomly just thought about this.
Hey, go for it, man.
I feel like
go for
no one put some respect. So, Matt, what is your team name?
My team name is the Westerosi Wildlings, inspired by Game of Thrones.
Lord of the Rings.
No, Game of Thrones, which is the new season's out. It's pretty legit. That's my team name.
Sweet. And then what is Tim Buller's name? Then I never say it right.
It's the Nephilim, which comes out of Genesis chapter 6. He's the one that went with the biblical, theme.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So good for him. Austin Tate is
Yeah.
the Bears. That one's easy for me. And then new member Alton. Alton. I'm gonna say Alton so many times. That is my bad. Alton, because I live next to Alton. Work from Mahomes. Probably the best pun we have.
I love that one.
Alex Dossett is Team Dossett still, even though he claims that he's not.
Boo.
So he is the worst team in my book right now.
Come on.
Tyler Chance is the Wonder Warf, the longest chard. I don't know. I don't know either.
It's a reference, and we probably don't get it, and then he'll make fun of us for it.
Tivich, also a new member to the league. Orient Express. He's from a town of like 15 people. It's called Orient, and I think their mascot is the train.
Gotcha. I was thinking he was going more of like an Asian type of feel for that. And now that makes way more sense. Okay,
Sweet.
I gotcha.
My team, the 2018 champions, the George Costanzas, they all embody George Costanza, of course, from Seinfeld and The Hobbit. And then we have Landon.
That's like the AFL though. That's like, it's not really a Super Bowl champion. It's like AFL champion. Because he didn't get to hold the belt. Just clarification.
Yeah,
there.
I remember. Actually, we had dinner that night, the night I won, and it was clear that I was going to win. We were at a hibachi restaurant.
I remember, yeah.
And you were mad.
Me and
you were so mad. You didn't say a word. You didn't even talk to your wife. Anyway.
I don't remember being that mad. But
Landon Brooks is a 2018 league participant because he got last in 2018, but he's been in the championship, 3 years in a row?
Yeah. I gave Landon that name, actually. We made a bet in 2018 that if I beat him in a game, in a fantasy match, that I would change his name, and that's what I changed his name to.
Wow.
And he kept it like that. So what a good guy.
And then what is your wife's name? Sierra
Her
Porritt.
name is Scantily Clad Dads.
I like the name. I don't know the inspiration. I like saying it, but I don't get it.
I think it just means like dads who don't wear many clothes. That's kind of like, that's the inspiration. But hey, you ready to do some power rankings?
Yes.
I'm pretty excited
Let's
for that.
reveal the power rankings. A lot of people might get upset by these power rankings, but you got to remember, we cannot see the future. This is and especially week 1 power rankings, Matt. This is just a throw at the dartboard situation. But I will start. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you can probably explain it better than I could.
Yeah. So this is different than the draft grades. The draft grades was based on the decisions that everybody made in the draft, whether we thought they were good or bad. We didn't consider keepers that much. The power rankings is strictly who we think has the best team and who has the best shot going in to week 1 to win the championship. Obviously, everything can change when the ball is snapped Thursday night. But for right now, here are the power rankings. I'm going to take the first one, starting with number 10. So coming in at number 10, it is Alton Moreland, the work from the homies, or work from the homes, coming in at number 10. Yeah.
The disrespect to the new player. I hope he smashes week 1. So he has a little, he has the chip.
too.
He has the biggest chip on his shoulder with his number 10 ranking, and coming in at number 9. It's 2 of the new players. Actually, there's a little spoiler. 3 of the new players are at the bottom. So that tells you a little bit. Number 9 is Tivich, and I can tell you as soon as this gets posted, he will text me saying, "What is this?" Hey, I put him kind of near the middle, but Tivich, you didn't have any keepers, man. So you're gonna have to really do an uphill battle. But Tivich is at number 9.
So, by the way, these power rankings were done by me, Austin, and Landon Brooks. So there's 3 people doing them. For Tivich's rankings, Austin had him at 6, and Landon and I both had him at number 8. Coming in at number 8 is returning member Tyler Chance, coming in at number 8. Probably further back than he wants to, but hey, it's better than last, so don't get too mad.
I actually don't love seeing him at 8 just because he has 4 positions, 4 top tier players at each position. He has Lamar at quarterback, Travis Kelce at tight end. He has Justin Jefferson at wide receiver, and I think he has Alvin Kamara at running back. He doesn't have the greatest depth, but I think he has just stallions.
Yeah,
and all.
And he's one that you're higher than me and Landon on as well.
And then coming in at number 7 is Sierra, who has a lot of great wide receivers on.
That's
her
the
squad.
personal favorite of mine. Personal favorite member.
Probably your second personal favorite.
Other than me, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You like Terrell Owens. You love you some you.
There we go. Yeah, Sierra's number 7. She's not gonna be happy about that, but she's probably not gonna hear this anyway, so it's fine. All right, coming in at number 6, we have former Filthy Philistines champion, legit former Filthy Philistines champion, Tim Bullard, coming in at number 6.
And you know what? I'm going to say it right now, Tim. He probably won't be listening to this either. I put Tim at the bottom, and that's just from my personal rankings. His stallion, his best players are players that I actually kind of had lower on my board than other people. Coming in at number 5 is the 3-time runner-up of the past 3 years.
Nothing better than the 3-time runner-up. Oh, my word.
Last 3 years, Landon Brooks being the runner-up, and he's still at number 5 with some great keepers with Austin Eckler and who else he has? He has Austin Eckler and someone else great. But stuck at number 5. I did not rank myself, so before someone gets mad, go ahead and take the next one, Matt.
All right, number 4 is Austin Ewells, the George Costanzas, coming in at number 4. He's actually tied with the number 3 ranking, too. They're both tied. So you can go ahead and give the number 3.
Number 3 is Alex, who does have some great keepers. He has Cooper Kupp and Jonathan Taylor. No. Tate has Cooper Kupp.
Alex has Deebo Samuel and Jonathan Taylor.
That's right.
He also has Deshaun Watson, which is an interesting choice, but, to each his own.
He also drafted
like
6 quarterbacks. I had to stop everything and message him and tell him, hey, bro, you have 6 quarterbacks. We cannot do that because you have
It's a 2 QB league, man. You never know. He could have 5 of them go down. And
literally have a felon.
All right, and then coming in at number 2 is Austin Tate. Now, this guy, Austin Tate, is a second-year member. He is nothing to joke about. He dominated last year, did good in the playoffs, did good all regular season. Didn't quite make it, but I'm sure he's going to be a heavy hitter this season as well. I know he has Cooper Kupp, which is going to be a dominant team. I'm not quite for sure who else he has.
I know his team. He's got Jalen Hurts because I'm facing him week 1. Mr. Tate. So he's got Jalen Hurts. He's got Cooper Kupp. He has Chris Godwin, which he's going to have to make a tough decision. No one knows if Chris Godwin is going to be available week 1. So, yeah, he's got a solid team, though. And then coming in at number 1, it's you. It's Matt.
It's me.
You-
It's me. It's me. It's me.
You are everyone's arch enemy in this league, and everyone wishes for your demise. But you have won 2 championships in the past 3 years, so a little bit of respect. Your draft skills C-, right? But your trading skills A+. And speaking of trades, let's jump over.
What a bad take.
Yeah, hey.
What a bad take.
Oh, sorry, that was just scripted in. I didn't write it. Speaking of trades, there actually have been some trades that we can talk about real quick. New member Big Al and Matt had a trade that stirred a lot of pots in the Slack channels. Matt gained Aaron Rodgers, Michael Pittman, and Antonio Gibson, and Big Al received Tyreek Hill, Carl Wentz, and Travis Etienne. Which
Carl Wentz.
a lot of people were a little shook up about that because you got a clear upgrade at quarterback, and some people have Michael Pittman ranked higher than Tyreek Hill. So obviously Big Al doesn't. No one knows what will happen, but you have to feel pretty great about that trade, right?
Yeah, I feel really good. I think I talked to Alton about it before, and he sounded like he wanted to draft. He drafted A-Rod specifically to trade him because he had name value. But I think looking at a trade that you did with Alton, I can kind of piece together what I think Alton is doing. So you had a trade with him where you gained Tua Tagovailoa, and he got Ryan Tannehill and Kenneth Walker III. And so obviously I think you got Tua, who probably has the highest upside. But I think there's an argument to be made that Tannehill's being undervalued right now. He's done pretty well the last couple of years. He lost A.J. Brown, but he can still do good. And Tua, you never know what's going to happen. Tua could wind up be like Jimmy Garoppolo, coming from that same offense, handing it off to a lot, doing a lot of short passes. So, I mean, the upside value, you have it. But what I see Alton doing is he's got 2 really young stud running backs that could be great keepers. So Kenneth Walker and Travis Etienne. And so maybe it's a long-term play. And I mean, Etienne has big potential this year, and Kenneth Walker might have big potential towards the end of the year. But I see that being Alton's play. At least that's the way it's working out in my mind. And Tyreek Hill, you never know. He's an X factor, man. Like there's no one better than him. No one faster than him. So his upside is huge. He has the highest upside of anyone in that trade, in my opinion.
And despite my trash talk to you, just because you stink, but honestly, I do have Tyreek Hill higher than Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
So I do understand that. And just real quick, also Matt and Alex did a trade where Matt gained Dalton Schultz for Dallas Goedert and Antonio Gibson. A lot of question marks on Antonio Gibson, whether he's going to play or just be on special teams. What a roller coaster! What a roller coaster! The person that it looked like was going to take Antonio Gibson's spot, Brian Robinson, got shot. Literally got shot. So who knows what's going to happen with Antonio Gibson? He's not on your team anymore, Matt. So it's not really your problem.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz was my number 3 tight end coming into the draft. I wanted him so bad I didn't get him. I tried to get him from Alex the night of the draft. He's going to I firmly believe he's going to catch 100 passes for Dallas this year. So I was going to get him. So yeah, I went out to get him. I wanted him the whole time. So
nice.
Got my guy.
Let's talk about some players that are going to be shopped real quick, and we'll kind of close up with some champ talk at the end of this episode. So Matt, who's Landon trying to get away or trying to give away?
Landon, just FYI, Landon is trying to give away his keeper that he got in the 16th round. Cam Akers, not for sure. The hype on Cam Akers is kind of dead right now.
Yes.
People don't know what's going to happen, and so Landon's saying, "Hey, why don't we sell Cam Akers while everyone's kind of throwing dirt on him?"
Let's sell Cam Akers at Cam Akers' lowest value.
Yeah.
A lot of question marks with the Los Angeles Rams backfield. Is it going to be Darnell or Darrell Henderson or Cam Akers? Who knows? Also, we got a couple other players that are trying to be shipped away. Tivich is trying to ship away Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown, which those are actually 2 great draft picks that he had because Saquon Barkley fell to him in the 3rd, I believe, and A.J. Brown fell to him in the 5th. So he's,
that was crazy.
That was rather crazy. So, if he can, he got those 2 players at a value, maybe he can turn those 2 players into 1 great player. I feel like there's a lot of options you can do with that. But to close
The hype
out,
train on Saquon is high right now, though, man. I mean, I'm hearing lots of things from the beat reporters, dude. So
I hear that he runs 1,000 yards in practice on the Giants defense every day, and I just made that up in my head, but that might be true. That might be a true thing.
pretty easy to do.
All right, let's close out this week's episode with some Champ talk. Champ tries to help you win a championship. How do you win a championship, Matt?
All right, so let me help you win a championship. So we have the Thursday night game coming up, right? Rams versus Bills. Here's what you need to do if you're going to win your championship. You need to make sure you put all of your Thursday night players in your flex spot, okay? You want to make sure that wide receivers, tight ends, whatever it is, put those guys in your flex. So then towards the end of the week, Monday, Sunday night, you have to make sure you lock those guys in to your running back and wide receiver. You don't want that flexibility towards the end of the weekend. You want it towards the beginning. That's a surefire way to win the league. Austin, I have a question for you as we close. Give me one crazy prediction for a player in week 1.
I think, this is going to come off the dome. In spite of wanting to be traded, the coaching staff, the front office is wanting this random Caucasian tight end to get off the team. Mike Gesicki goes off for 2 touchdowns and forces his way to stay on the Dolphins.
Boom. I love it.
Wow, I just made that up last second. I hope you guys have a great week 1. Good luck. I hope all of you win. That's impossible. But catch you guys next week.